Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Host Eddie Frederick.
Welcome to Caribbean Perspective. So glad you can join us. The story that takes the lead in today's edition for Wednesday, 18th December 2024, and brought to you in association with our friends at Antillean Group. Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister mourns the loss of a Member of Parliament and Minister Lisa Morris Julian and children in a house fire. Details after this important message.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all perils big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so clear to see. Peace of mind, that's a service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
Welcome back. Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley and his family are devastated at the awful tragedy that took the lives of Lisa Morris Julian and her children. The Prime Minister said the People's National Movement has lost one of its finest representatives. More in this TTT News item.
Dr. Rowley extended condolences on behalf of the members and supporters of the organization, which he said is in shock and tears. The Prime Minister said those in the party will support each other and be there to provide the family with what it takes to help them make it through the difficult days ahead. He also extended his deepest condolences to the entire Morris Julian clan, Arima, and the national community in coming to grips with this shocking reality. Political leader of the United National Congress, Kamla Persad-Bissessar, is joining with the national community in offering prayers and condolences to the family, friends, and relatives of Lisa Morris Julian. Via a post to her Facebook page, the opposition leader said it is her sincere wish that all those whose lives were touched by MP Morris Julian and her relatives find comfort and strength at this most difficult time. And Opposition Chief Whip and Member of Parliament for Pointe-a-Pierre, David Lee, said, "May her soul rest in peace as we pray for strength for her loved ones at this time." Meanwhile, Member of Parliament for Naparima, Rodney Charles, in a media release said the untimely passing of MP Morris Julian reminds us of the frailty of life, the importance of leaving a legacy of service, humility, and quiet dignity, and of the requirement to be genuinely respectful of those holding opposing views.
Guyana has partnered with neighboring states to launch a regional alliance to combat organized crime. This initiative is being supported by the Inter-American Development Bank, the IDB. HGP's Dacia Richards has more on this collaborative effort.
In a statement, the Ministry of Home Affairs announced that it has reaffirmed its commitment for advancements in regional security and signed the Alliance for Security, Justice and Development in Latin America and the Caribbean. Guyana is just one of the 18 countries to sign the agreement, which include Argentina, Barbados, Belize, Brazil, Chile, Costa Rica, the Dominican Republic, Ecuador, Guatemala, Honduras, Jamaica, Panama, Paraguay, Peru, Suriname, the Bahamas, and the Uruguay. This alliance was launched at the Regional Security and Justice Summit held in Barbados. The initiative seeks to address organized crime in the region by using a unified and evidence-based approach to security and justice. The countries a part of the initiative will collaborate with international institutions and stakeholders, will work on strengthening institutions and protecting vulnerable communities. They will also seek to disrupt illicit financial flows and mobilize resources to impede various criminal networks. IDB President Ian Goldfan said, quote, organized crime operates across borders and demands bold, coordinated, and regional action. Enhanced collaboration is critical to protect communities, strengthen institutions and capabilities, and disincentivize illicit activities across the region, unquote. The alliance operates through a steering committee and 3 technical groups with a focus on protecting vulnerable populations and communities most affected by organized crime, It also seeks strengthening security and justice institutions to enhance the effectiveness of responses and reduce financial flows and dismantling illicit markets and empower criminal organizations. The alliance has received participation from 11 organizations. For AGP Nightly News, I am Lisa Richards.
4 arrested in multi-million-dollar fraud in Jamaica. Details in this TVJ News item.
4 people have been arrested in a major fraud scheme targeting Sagicor Group Jamaica Limited. According to MOCA's Director of Communications, Major Basil Jarrett, the operations were conducted at the homes of the suspects during a joint police-military operation early this morning. He says charges will be laid soon.
MOCA arrested 4 individuals in connection with an ongoing investigation into a fraud scheme involving Sagicor Group Jamaica Limited. Between 2016 and 2019, contractors, allegedly in collusion with company employees, submitted a number of forged documents to claim payments for work that was never done. This is a serious breach of trust, and MOCA remains committed to holding those responsible accountable. We are urging all businesses to stay vigilant and to report any suspicious activities, as fraud undermines not just companies but our economy as a whole.
In the meantime, Sagicor Group Jamaica says it continues to cooperate with the authorities investigating the fraud case. In a release, the company says upon identifying irregularities in 2019, immediate steps were taken to report the matter and safeguard against future breaches. Sagicor is also commending the efforts of the law enforcement authorities in conducting what it says is a thorough investigation.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick,
In association with our friends at
Antillian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
The Jamaican government, meantime, says it is firmly confident in the Prime Minister's authority, despite his name being mentioned in the latest Integrity Commission report. CVM's Britannia Witter provides details.
The government says it is firmly confident in the Prime Minister's authority, despite his name being mentioned in the latest Integrity Commission's report. Britannia Witter has more.
Wednesday's post-cabinet briefing comes a day after the Integrity Commission report, which alleged building permit breaches by a company linked to Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Cabinet Office spokesperson, Information Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon reaffirmed confidence in the Prime Minister's leadership despite recent revelations.
Can the Prime Minister effectively lead when his name has been linked to so many adverse IC findings?
I think the Prime Minister can definitely lead, and if you see what is happening, he is leading. He's leading our country very well.
Senator Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon highlighted Holness's accomplishments, including economic growth, infrastructure development, and his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic as reasons for the party's confidence in his leadership. Morris-Dixon did not hold back on what she said was her high personal regard for Holness.
This is someone who I admire. I personally feel really bad about what is happening, and I tell you why. Because I see someone who is working really hard for our country. This is an individual who has given his life to really supporting Jamaica in our dream.
She added that the country needs more leaders like the Prime Minister.
This is someone who I would love to see more leaders like this in our country.
In the IC's report tabled in Parliament on Tuesday, the Director of Investigations concluded that breaches of the building permit issued by the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, KSAMC, were deliberate as planning approval, and the building permit were issued for construction of 4 semi-detached townhouses in 2 two-story buildings consisting of 2-bedroom units. However, it's alleged that at the time of the investigation by the IC, the erected development consisted of 4 4-bedroom units. In a statement released late Tuesday, Holness described the report as targeted and a transparent attempt to attack his reputation. Britannia Witter, CVM News.
St. Lucia's Prime Minister Philip J. Pear has welcomed the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank's call for all licensed financial institutions to make basic bank accounts available to customers effective December 1st, 2024. Prime Minister Pierre, speaking to reporters ahead of the House last week, expressed elation that a policy the government advocated was coming to fruition. Gina Felipe of HTS News Force reports.
The ECCB's rollout of basic accounts affirms the bank's commitment to financial inclusion and making its products available and affordable to individuals and business owners within the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, ECCU. According to a press release from the ECCB, basic account holders will be able to make point-of-sale, bill payment, and ATM and bank-to-bank transfer transactions through access to debit cards, online banking, and automated clearinghouse and electronic funds transfer services. Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre has embraced the ECCB's call, commending the bank for its decision.
It's a welcome press release from the ECCB. Only this week, or late last week, only on Friday, speaking at an FSRA conference, I made a point that it's easier to open bank accounts. I'm very happy that the ECCB and the governor in particular has almost instructed the bank that it should make it easier.
Prime Minister Pierre is particularly happy that students and self-starters will get to open a bank account at a young age.
But that doesn't mean that it will not be the normal due diligence, but at least particularly young business people, students will be able to open an account and with easier. I'm very happy. It's good news. We've been advocating for it for a long while, and we're happy that it's coming through.
The ECCB describes the basic bank account as 1 is free to open, 2 does not attract charges for the making of deposits or withdrawals, 3 accrues interest, 4 is not subject to a minimum balance, 5 may be subject to a maximum balance, and 6 does not have an associated checking or overdraft facility. Among the benefits of opening a basic bank account include it is subject to an aggregate credit limit not exceeding EC $36,000 annually and not attract any account opening or maintenance fees. However, automated teller machine, ATM fees, and other charges attached to services will be applicable. Furthermore, basic bank accounts seek to help support enhanced financial access and inclusion, as well as convenience, safety, and affordability for people in the ECCU, particularly those who are unbanked or underserved by the banking system. Gina Felipe, HTS News Force.
I am Eddie Frederick. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean.
In the meantime, please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily regional news and more, in association with our friends at Antillian Group.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all perils, big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so glad to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.